So we're going to move our program. Also, we're going meet fly to the we had Fortnite, which was really amazing, and we are jumping into FIFA as well as pubg. So you guys should stay for you. And we do know we have sponsors right state government, my ex for making the come to actualization. And right after FIFA, I got you. Hey, you want to catch my point today? The mic is alright. Mic is and it's people. I hope it will not be captured, right? Alrighty then, guys. Welcome. That was an amazing first game right there, FIFA game right there. Welcome to week 2 of the esports 2020 right there from Nilaya Sports Management Limited. I'm Viper once again, and would like to thank the sponsors that we have for today's program and this event right there: the Ogun State Government, the Lagos State Government, my X3, and my HP. That's Elwet Packard for making this event possible. So yeah, we are still going to have a couple more FIFA events today, as well as PUBG Mobile, and a quick recap of this week as well. It's been quite a week. We've had FIFA, we've had Valorant, and we've had Fortnite as well. Well, it is definitely going to be amazing right there. The PUBG event that we had earlier on too was really amazing. So yeah, while we are going to be pushing up into yet another FIFA segment right now, and I will be leaving you with our able casters right there. That is going to be Shanks and Emmanuel.
What is happening, beautiful people? Okay. Because I said they could jump straight to us. You have to tell us when the shit goes off with us.
Top in 1, 2, 3.
What is up, beautiful people? I am Shanks, and joined with me here today is Emmanuel, and I will be running you through some FIFA action. Over the course of last week, we've had fantastic, gameplay all through. We've seen great players like Mr. Oga, we've seen players like Joga, and we've seen a lot of goals. What are we expecting here today?
Yeah, my expectations today is goals. I'm hoping to see a lot of goals, a lot of action. I'm hoping to see the players come with the best they can give. I'm hoping to see something so beautiful today, man. It's 90 minutes of full action-packed football.
Yes, and we just had some nice action there from Group I. The both players using France, end-to-end stuff, nice goals. We've seen players like Mbappe dominate the tournament all through. And we said we'd like to see a bit more versatility in the upcoming games.
Yes. We don't want we like to see a situation whereby the players go for other teams, not just using the same team.
Yeah.
So we can be able to create that unpredictability in these games.
Yes, and now the players are loading up. We will be right into the action very swiftly. But before we go into this game, I want to just ask you a very brief question. People use France a lot, and France is considered like the most meta team in the game. How would you line up a France team of your own?
Wow. Okay, that's a
very
great question.
Yeah.
Very briefly, first of all, I would like to pin Mbappe at the right wing because of his pace, and I love putting Ben Yedder at the number 9 position. I like also the Griezmann to either come from the left or come just behind Ben Yedder as a supporting striker.
Yeah.
Then of course the Pogba and Kante double pivot. And
it's
then
fantastic.
Very fantastic. I mean,
fantastic
Kante
period.
stopping all the balls, interceptions up and down from Kante, and then Pogba doing his thing with those dropping passes every single place. Now, I also like to line up with, of course, Varane at the back, doing his thing right at the back. Lenglet doing his thing. Mendy, well, I do like Mendy, but I just have this thing against him in FIFA. I think he doesn't have a lot of response like I would love to use. Yeah, so, but I mean, they don't have any better option than Mendy, so
I think that's where for France you have to sacrifice a bit.
That is just
but you play to their strengths, which is attacking, and midfield play is just fantastic.
Beautiful.
So I play some France myself too in my spare time. We see these guys now loading up, getting ready to jump into the action, making sure all of the settings are correct. Like you usually say, you don't want to go 1 goal down or 2 goals down and then look back and realize you are using the wrong controls. So you check your analog directions or your.
I'm just curious to see what teams these guys are going to go with right now.
So let's see what they decide to go with. I like to see a bit more from Premier League because we've seen Barcelona, we've seen Real Madrid,
that's in the Spanish league.
We've seen France International. I think we saw Belgium. But I want to see something from Premier League. I want to see Man City. I want to see Liverpool. Yes.
Manchester United. I think those are the strongest teams in the Premier League right now.
You'd say those are the strongest. I mean, Chelsea is just getting there this year. FIFA 21 looks very promising for Chelsea.
Well, I don't know, because of the ratings.
Oh, the rating, yes.
They only have one player above 85,
And
which
that's
is Kante.
Kante.
And then Werner is down to about 84.
85.
Okay, 85.
Yeah.
Okay, so only one player above the 85 mark.
And now these guys making sure all formations, all custom controls are set properly.
Yeah.
Just taking all of their time to make sure they do that, and getting into play now. You've seen a lot of possession type of players. Also seen quite a lot of direct players. Anybody that has that versatility, like I said, to calm the game down when things are not. Stop losing the ball. Force your opponent to make mistakes, and hopefully we'll see that. We see another France set now.
Another France.
And it's an all France action.
All France
game.
action. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to.
But I mean, when you think about it, there's quite a lot of money on the line. So these guys
actually, yes.
Not trying to play fair at all.
Okay, now I'm very interested to see what formation these guys are going with. I have seen Pogba. I'm seeing, like, we talk about that double pivot. I think everybody agrees that
Pogba
Kante pairing is one of the best.
That's all you need.
But, I mean, I also do like the idea of putting Matuidi. What do you think about Matuidi?
I think for Matuidi, my problem with Matuidi is, first of all, his weak foot puts him off. And I don't think he stands up against Pogba and Kante. You see, the thing for me with Pogba and Kante is they complement themselves so very well. Kante is small and is agile. Pogba is tall, big, strong, has fantastic
has
pass.
that beautiful delivery of the ball, in and out, has that goal scoring ability.
Yes, and Kante is a high medium work rate player, meaning he has a very high defensive work rate, medium attacking work rate. So you don't see him rush out the front like that. You don't get caught slipping on the back. Exactly. And Pogba just balances all of that. Both players here going with Kante, but it looks like one decides to go with Matuidi.
Okay, now another thing I realize is this, or another thing I've noticed is if Kante arrives in the box, there is a low chance of him scoring the goal than Matuidi, right? So probably I would like to see someone try out Pogba Matuidi pivot. Let's see.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
I see Fekir here too. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yes, I've seen Fekir, and for me that day was very questionable. I questioned that decision a lot, but I think that was Mr. Oga, and that was great. The funny thing was he started that game off using Griezmann. Okay, number 10, and Griezmann had been his maestro for.
Delighted to be talking to you from the Parc des Princes in Paris on such a beautiful day. I'm Martin Tyler, Alan Smith alongside me. With great anticipation, we're looking forward to the match coming up very soon.
I'd say we see something like a 3-1 goal here in favor of Easy.
Alright, so we have Cookie Monster in the home team with the blue shirt up against Yinzi.
Playing from left to right in that
Playing
blue
from left
France kit. Cookie Monster now knocking the ball around, trying to create something out of this. Finds Griezmann. Griezmann known as the maestro, the working things in this France squad. Ball now for Fekir. We've talked about him. We've talked about what he brings to the team. Finds Griezmann there.
Fine attempt right there, but that was a huge save from Hugo Lloris.
Goes for the short pass now. Fekir goes for crossing. Finds Kante, like we said. Kante, he's not going to shoot that ball. He has to look for support. And another corner kick here. The referee went for a goal kick instead.
Right.
Now,
I want to also talk about the influence of Hugo Lloris in this France team. What do you think? Is he one of the strongest keepers in this FIFA 20?
yes, I think Lloris has a substantial, a substantial claim to one of the top keepers.
What
in this
movement
game.
there?
Beautiful movement there from Easy, and first goal in tournament by Ben Yedder. We talked about Ben Yedder. He has that 5-star weak foot.
Amazing.
It means you don't know where he's going to shoot from.
He can literally hit the ball with both feet and everything will go into the net. Wow.
Yes, and you'd have just the same amount of accuracy on the left foot and the right foot. Let's see now how Cookie Monster answers back.
I think that was poor defending from Cookie Monster. He did not track the run of Ben Yedder. He allowed the pass go in there where you cannot afford a striker of such
quality,
that kind of space.
Yeah.
Beautiful 1-2 there. What's going to happen here? What a cross.
That's
a shot. Nice save by Hugo Lloris.
Competent performance there.
Yes.
We talked about him
Beautiful.
also, just what he's been doing for this France team. I think he himself, that's Hugo Lloris and Mark ter Stegen, I would say, are the strongest keepers in this game.
Oh no, I will have to also put Neuer in that conversation.
In that category.
Yeah.
Opportunity here now for Cookie Monster.
Nice play, yeah.
Goes for that pass. But you see, I get your point now.
Yeah.
Kante in that position, he wasn't going to shoot.
You know he's not going to shoot.
At the end of the day,
you can just literally allow him and go.
Exactly.
That was a great interception right
Good
there.
defensive work there now from Easy. Now opportunity for him, finds Ben Yedder, tries to throw in that threaded through pass, but doesn't quite.
It wasn't very
Yeah,
calculated.
that was a very sloppy pass, I'd say. Varane now here for Cookie Monster. So far the game has started off a bit slow. 20 minutes into the game now, ball still in possession of Cookie Monster. Finds Mbappe now on the right part of the box. Goes for that shot.
Ooh.
Looking for the rebound there, but Mendy is there to save the day for Easy. Now counter attack for Easy, and he has Mbappe. You know what Mbappe can do.
Beautiful
Finds
pass
support there from Pogba.
Of course. Pogba with his flair. What a pass.
Conte tries to return the ball, but unfortunately
lost the ball. I think in that last chance, Cookie Monster had enough players in the box with that pass to instead of going for the goal. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think so too.
Because I think he was at a very awkward angle. He should have just tried to still make things work.
Yeah. Wow. For the benefit of the doubt, you could say he was going for the what a ball from Griezmann, and that's a corner kick.
I mean, look at what we said earlier.
Unfortunately, that's a goal kick. My bad. Looks like that ball hit Ben Yedder just before it went out.
What was that from Hugo Lloris? That was a very, very poor. Now look at what we said earlier, right? So Yinzi finds his player Kante in a very good position because he understands the fact that Kante is not really a goal scoring. He had to give that pass.
Yeah.
So I like to see what wow, what a counter! What a counter!
Looks like he's caught slacking here. Does he go for the pass? Goes for the shot by Dembele. Wow. Beautiful ball.
That was never in doubt.
Dembele. That was a textbook goal.
Textbook counter attacking football. Was able to break through the defense with such a wonderful through ball. Wow. And
when you allow things like that, you get punished. I mean, you deserve to be punished for mistakes like that.
Now,
back to the drawing board here.
What do you think now? Griezmann as the pinpoint as a striker for Cookie Monster. Do you think that's a great idea? I mean, everybody knows that Ben Yedder is more of a clinical finisher than Griezmann. What do you think?
Yes, I do think Ben Yedder is a better option. Griezmann, I think, excels better in the calm position, in the calm role where he can pick out passes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have as much strength. He doesn't have that 5-star weak foot, meaning he's predictable.
Yes, very, very predictable.
You know he's always going back to his left leg. Ball now here for Easy. Mbappe tries to look for the pass back. Finds Pogba, and what a beautiful goal.
What a cutback.
Near post finish, and gives us those celebrations.
Right on the 30th minute, 32nd minute to be exact, we have Yinzi up by 2 goals to 1.
And less than 35 minutes into this game, and we already have 3 goals. Looks like a very promising game. Cookie Monster now here looking to redeem himself. Finds Griezmann here.
What can he do with this? Can he
turning, dribbling, looking for space?
Nice pass.
Finds
there.
Fekir.
What can Fekir do here?
On his weaker foot, and tries to look for a pass, but that was intercepted very easily.
I have to say I really love the way Yinzi set up his teams to defend. I think
but
he has one of the best pairings, and he's doing it very well of the two players right now.
Yeah, that Mbappe now looking for the opportunity, hits the crossbar, and I was close. That was very close.
I think he would probably be feeling down after that, but he has to lift himself up high and continue this match. You see, have a lot to play for in the game.
Very disappointing outcome there from Cocky Monster. He must have been very disappointed with that shot, but he's back again here now with possession. Finds Griezmann, Fekir goes for the stop and finds the shot.
Oh, but it's an offside.
But the referee calls that for an offside. That animation is something you see when the ball tries to go out of play for like a
defensive
throwing, or a corner kick, and
that was good. That was fantastic.
And that was Fekir.
He deserved the goal actually. He deserved the goal. Yeah, who cares what we're saying about Fekir being able to bring in that flair to the attacking midfield.
Kante now with the ball, goes for that ball roll, finds space. Ben Yedder, it's just the opportunity that Easy has been looking for to add one more to his tally. Ben Yedder now, 45 minutes almost up. Griezmann and Hugo Lloris keeps that.
That was an offside.
Keeps that properly. Apparently that was an offside also. Looks like we have the first half looking wrapped up here.
And something happened before.
Something happened just before that. Possession now in favor of Easy. Finds Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder ball back to Mbappe on the right part of the pitch.
That's
looking for that pass. Finds Griezmann. Overpowered by Matuidi there. Takes good care of the ball, and looks like we have our first half wrapped up here. Talking points now. I think we have a lot of talking points.
Yes, I really do. I mean, first of all, I have to come in from the home team, which is a Cocky Monster. I think he needs to do better. He's losing in possession, in the wrong part of the pitch. He's not able to get his transitions right.
Yeah, from defense to attack.
Defense to attack, he's getting it wrong, and he's doing a lot of gambling with, especially when he has the ball in the defense.
Forces a few passes.
Exactly. I mean,
forces a few passes.
One of the basic rules of football is you do not force
your passes.
Allow the pass to come in naturally. Find the players without too much pressure on them. Get the ball to them. Do something, and probably you get your goal.
Hopefully he recognizes all of this, and we see a change in attitude, a change in performance from him. Now, I mean, you're one goal up. Do you start thinking about formations to make? Do you start thinking about changing him, swapping him in midfield? Maybe you bring in your own Fekir, hoping to perform some magic.
I mean, to me right now, looking at this game from Yinzi's side, I would tell myself I'm doing great in defense. I'm doing good. I had a great shape. Just more of the same for now, and then let's see how far they go in the second half. I mean, I if I was Yinzi, I would probably be biting myself that I was pitching myself that I wasn't able to take so much of the chances, so much of the defenses in the defense by Cocky Monster, and I'm thinking more of how I can take control of this game.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot to think about. I think he has a lot to think about, but he does have a decent amount of time. He has 45 minutes, and both players now getting ready to go back into
the game. I'm very curious to see what Cocky Monster will be able to do to try and change this game. You know, we spoke about him deciding to go with Griezmann as his number 9. Do you think he'll probably be thinking, okay, you know what? I think it's time for me to change the game. Do you think he's going to be doing some changes? Or formation, is he going to be doing something?
I think most of his opportunities have been inside the box, and he might actually be considering that, because for a player like Griezmann, you know he's not going to shoot on his right foot. I mean, 9 out of 10 times he wants to keep the ball on his left foot, and that makes him predictable.
Very true.
And in a game as this, where you need to come out stronger, you know, you need to solidify your lead, and you also need to come back.
Yeah.
You have to consider.
I mean, there was a time, I think I remember, Yinzi had this ball. He took the shot with Griezmann, but with his right foot, and he was so weak. If not, we would have seen probably a 3-1 right now. We're going right into the second half. So far so good. I do not think we are seeing any major changes. Okay, he has been able to bring in Pogba
for Fekir. We talked about just how Pogba was Pogba can't take away. I think now he's going back. Decided to go back to bring in Pogba.
Yes. Well, who knows? This will be able to give him some results. He was looking for. Well, bringing his flair.
You never know. Maybe that's just what he needed
to change the game up.
Exactly. Change the game up. Maybe he needed a bit more strength in midfield, and but I mean, it was good that he was able to really
Identify
recognize, yes,
quickly.
make the change. Ball now here for Cookie Monster. Loses possession of the ball again. Now Griezmann looking to punish him. Great 1-2 play. Finds Coman.
Beautiful 1-2 right
Does he
there.
go for the cross?
What can
Does he go
Coman
for the
do?
pass? Does the L1 dribble? Finds space and Pogba here. And beautiful save from
What a shot by
Flores.
Pogba, what a shot by Yinzi. I think you know, like I said earlier, I love how Yinzi sets up his attackers, sets up his players. You know, he gives them enough space to do a lot of damage in this. Almost did one right there, but there was a great interception.
Now Mbappe in favor of Cookie Monster on the right side of the pitch, looking to
And he
overpower Hernandez, but
Hernandez was
Hernandez
stronger than him right
was
there.
stronger.
Yes.
And easily wins the ball. Possession lost back here again. Ball in favor of Cookie Monster. Can he find that pass? Can he find that goal that he's been looking for to solidify his lead? Finds Griezmann. First time shot hits the post
This is
again.
I think he must be feeling undone by the bar right there. I mean, this is the second time in the game. I mean, we could have been talking about a 3-2 right now, but
Yes.
that's the game already. He has to lift his head up high and keep going. No time to think and say I wish or had I known.
Had I known.
Yes.
Now Yeezy here now finds Griezmann, ball back to Benyeda. Griezmann still playing that maestro role.
What a 1-2.
Kante doing those
Beautiful.
sexy 1-2s, finding space,
Right
and
there.
nice defensive work here from Cookie Monster. Looks like he has everything under control.
Exactly.
Now how does he transition from his defense to the attack? He has a nice opportunity here, looking for support.
You know, that's what we talked about just at halftime. He has had trouble with those transitions, but I think he's doing better with the fact that he brought in Pogba. But the problem is he's still losing possessions in those key areas of the pitch.
Yeah,
But he has
like
done so much better in his transitions. What can happen here is he going to do this quick 1-2 with
Finds
Coman.
Coman, take shot stop, finds Griezmann. Nice block by Lenglet. Now, for me, what I've been seeing is, you know, one player loses possession of the ball, the other player gets the break, you know, gets a nice counter-attack opportunity. Just we haven't seen those goals.
No.
Mbappe now,
Oh,
still
how
Hugo
did he
Lloris.
miss that? How did he miss that?
I mean, when you put the ball right
I mean,
in front of the keeper,
I mean, this is
doesn't
Griezmann
have
with
so
his
much
left
work to
leg.
do.
He needs to put it right in the top left corner and score the goal. That could probably be the winning goal.
Cookie Monster here now, trying to defend out of this, finds himself out of that, and opportunity now for a counter attack. Griezmann, you have Mbappe, you have Pogba here to support. Tries to go it alone.
I think this is what we said initially. If you notice, the shape that the positions that Griezmann is taking up in the attack is not the same that Ben Yedder is taking up in the other attack. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Griezmann doesn't have all those positioning.
Strength, yes.
Yes. So I
Overpower
think that's
those
why every
defenders.
single time we have this move, it always breaks down just at before
Griezmann's
hitting and
point,
goal.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Almost breaks down at Griezmann's point. He has to do something to change this game. He really has to do something.
Benyeda now
That was a foul.
wins a free kick for Nizi.
I have to give it to the player. This has been a clean game so far. No yellow cards, no red cards.
Yes,
a few
both
fouls
players
in
really
between.
playing clean. Coman now finds
Oh.
opportunity. Lloris, very easy save for him.
Cookie Monster has to be thinking about what he needs to do to stop those balls. I mean, he's very lucky to me, if you ask me, that Yinzi has not punished him so much.
Yes.
Why?
Easy here now with the opportunity, goes for the net push shot, nice block by Cookie Monster. You have, you know, just a few. I mean, you have just a little over 15 minutes to go in this game, and
Yes.
at this point, you need to be serious about what you're going to do.
I mean, he's one goal down already. I'm looking forward to seeing him do something in attack, you know. But let's see how as it goes. He loses that ball right there.
Ball now here for Easy, looking to add more to his tally. Intercepted back by Cookie Monster. Now, can he actually take his time and find the opportunity that he needs? Mbappe looks like he has some
What a
space in
dribble
front of
there.
him.
What
Goes
a
for the
dribble
fake
there.
shot. Goes for the pass again, but not the best decision to make there.
You said something initially. I mean, in FIFA 20, the near post is always the best option for any player at any point in time. And
Yes,
you're able
now-
to take advantage of that. What can Mbappe do right here? What a pass.
Nice blocking game.
Nice interception right there.
Wow, both players really going at it. I think just coming up short at the end there in terms of decision making. But credit to both players also. They've done fairly decent in terms of defense, keeping it locked here from the first half
of the game.
It's been a goalless second half. Ball here now for Yeezy, looking to add one to his tally. Mbappe with the opportunity.
There's something going on right
here.
here.
Does a flick, does a fake shot, near post finish.
Beautiful.
What a fantastic goal!
What a fantastic! The keeper had no chance right there. He did that. He did that skill, that flick, and put it on his right foot to smash it right home. And Yenzi has to be thinking about wrapping this game up right now. This is already 3-1. He needs to be thinking to ensure that there are no surprises in this game. He has to wrap up the game.
This was a statement. That goal there was a statement from Yenzi to say, you know what, I'm done playing games.
Yeah,
you know, I'm wrapping this up. Still in possession of the ball.
Yes.
Taking his time, knocking the ball around.
What a beautiful goal to ensure that he went on to win this. Wow.
Now the opportunity again and solidify his lead.
Beautiful goal.
With
Beautiful
a 4-1.
Goal. Beautiful goal.
And gives us the beautiful celebrations.
Right on the 90th minute. I mean, this game is totally wrapped up right now.
Now at this point, Easy can sit back and relax. I mean, 2 minutes of stoppage time is nothing. There's nowhere enough for Cocky Monster to redeem himself.
I mean, I think Cocky Monster has to be thinking to himself, thinking out loud. Why?
What went wrong?
How did I not finish?
Where did that go wrong? Nice performance from both players, particularly
Neymar and Mbappe
with Di Maria.
Same team. Wow.
And like I said, I think it brings in some excitement for a change.
Yes.
Now we still have Liverpool, which, I mean, you have Salah, Mane, so much pace going up front, and you have Firmino. We're going to see Van Dijk. We talked about just how good Varane has been. See Van Dijk finally. Van Dijk getting that fantastic boost in FIFA 20, a 90 rated defender, 91 rated defender.
91 rated defender. I mean, but now the most important thing is finding his best partner. We all know that Van Dijk is the ever present in any Liverpool team, but we have to find out who is his best partner. Are you going to go with Gomez, or are you going to go with Matip, or are you going to try and bring in a defensive midfielder down to that centre back position?
I think based on the meta of FIFA 20, just how FIFA 20 plays, I'd say Gomez is the best option to pick. I played Ultimate Team early on in FIFA 20, and Gomez's gold card at that time, which was like an 80 rated gold card, was doing wonders. I mean, you just needed to pay him up with somebody like Militao. You didn't even need Van Dijk back then. You just needed like an Eder Militao, and he was fantastic. Now he's gotten a boost to 81.
So
he's gotten a nice pace boost,
account for something.
and you can imagine just how good he is when you pair him with Van Dijk.
I mean, let's also look into the PSG team. We have Icardi, and we have I think Zero is probably going with Neymar Jr. as the number 10. In your opinion, what does that mean?
Because of how the type of players that PSG have at their disposal, I think you want to keep Neymar in that kind of position and load the attack as much as you can.
Okay.
You still have options like, and they don't have as good skill moves, as much as Neymar and Mbappe would have, but
the ball gets
like you said, just making sure leave their back.
It means so much. Sponsors really want to do the best 100% for your fans, no matter what happens, to be happy of your game.
Balance what you expect from money.
Yes.
You play against some people with the ball, you see decision making,
this guy has game, so you have to
come with your A game Like,
Sure.
you know,
I really like to see what he plans to do with Sterling. So, I was thinking probably we go. So,
Ronaldo.
why not do it? Like,
Oh, he started Ronaldo. That's not yeah.
like, what is that?
For me, just been 7 minutes, and once you see that, you know about
So much goals. So much goals
in
in
this
this.
game.
We are yet to Zico.
Yes, we need
Go to do
come
a
out
few
of his
things.
house, put a bit of pressure on
Put
those.
stop sitting deep and allow yourself to be much. And probably to hold this ball to you, the ball.
Nice
Who you know find
he does great back. Finds ball now, Ronaldo looking goes for the near post and Ronaldo
wow.
very good for senior stages of the game. 10 minutes of the game.
Like you said,
Next is your best friend.
and I love what he did.
Yeah.
Right there.
It was in Salah as it is. I thought it was going to
Yeah, I think that was yeah. That's on that. Zico is not doing himself. And Zico in short areas.
making use of my is see how now but he cannot fast.
As you said,
Strongest, one of the strongest.
players
Still lose the ball.
it's fast to get Neymar and involved in the attack, but
Find yourself in positions like take your time. So at the end of the day,
I mean, he has a guy he has against these two. See how we used to touch against two strongest players. Draxler, to get wrong.
looking to punish. Looking to punish. Salah right. Salah looking to cap this. But he's saying he doesn't post his passes.
Confidence to do this game balls. If you notice, I go to where players are not, the opponent players are not so much.
Yes, doesn't post his
On that,
like, you know,
smash right there. What? Give us way more.
like, you know, I had to have much of that to this point we have to start thinking it's a formation thing.
I think the Zico probably wondering by going to be in the world stage. It seems like his pace is totally out of the league.
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing him so comfortable on
So very smart. What is he doing there? That was so much confidence from
it's much confidence. Still in possession of the ball. You need to see good spaces. Alexander.
I'm wondering why he's coming to some and what will happen if you have a supposed to be in from some once you get the ball, you know,
Try
to get that skill.
sitting very now
Zico has himself not lose. You don't allow your voice and you ensure whatever ball you are going for.
You would look at this player now. I think
very confident to his keeper to get the ball from far beyond the player.
take care of that.
So far, this is one-sided.
Scored the second goal with the ball. Salah very tricky in the ball.
Wow. How can he do it?
Goes for cross. Hosseini the goal out of that. Now is the opportunity. Time after time. Is he going to punch the man?
Great save.
You know, now
Great save.
I've gone for
Let's see. At that position, you should be looking at smashing it in.
just know the right amount of power you in there. Great performance so far from Liverpool, looking dominant. And this from PSG, considering the quality that they have. But I mean, somebody like you have to take his time.
Zico has to do so much more. I think it's more than a changing player. I think
Yeah,
he has to, because he's changed the approach to the game. We saw him 2-3 times. He was back and we have not seen him back to the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have seen
Neymar has been
only Neymar in back.
defense, and that's why he's
Making
strongest.
tackles, that is not strongest. He needs to look, if I'm, how do I stop my opponents from getting all these balls? I mean, using the score, he has not positioning players and not in the right positions at the same time.
I think this is where versatility is in play. I was be looking to try to game a bit, not to gain some push.
And I mean, I think we have seen so this from the is that we're going to talk about he has to find a way. People in the midfield, he has to ensure that saying does not have space. Are coming out a long way as we're going into the second half. Hopefully, Zico has necessary changes
to his mentality and to the team. He's here now with the ball back, ball. I think the ball to his managed.
Definitely, Salah has no excuse right there, but our player has to be beating himself up that he didn't score that.
And I think that shows the intent that Hosseini has for this game.
Yes.
Straight,
Trying to hit his opponent on the counter. What a movement by Mane, calculating how to push off his
find space. Robertson now, does he go for the cross? Smart play. And good defensive work there from
he kicks
Zico.
out the ball. Oh wow!
Looks like that was a good decision.
That was a good decision right now.
Mbappe
Thinking
now,
about it,
does he?
very disappointed. I mean, he has to find.
disappointed.
Look, I mean, he has to look at it. You see what his opponent is doing. You say doing all the ball rolls. You know, to create space. He has to find a way to create space. Bring the other players into play. He can't be kicking the ball up at this point. You have to build from the back.
Yeah. The ability to play out the back and not losing possession, because I mean he's lost so much possession in this
right
game
now.
that he must also be disappointed by that performance. Still now.
At times they make passing look easy. with Roberto Firmino. Well, you've got to savour such moments. Ronaldo. On and on he goes. Here's Icardi. This is Neymar. An abundance of
Fact, like you
space.
said, Zico seems to be out of his league
clean
right
as a
now.
whistle,
Can't
that
even get the
challenge.
ball. I mean, I've rarely seen. Have you seen a shot on target from Zico so far?
It's with
I
Fabinho.
honestly cannot think of
Wijnaldum. Well, the counter
ball
chance
now
looks
for
very real.
Oseni. Wijnaldum seems to have
Another
been
example of a counter
a maestro,
attack that went
that first
nowhere.
type of maestro that won't have it. I didn't think
Nobody would have
I
predicted
didn't
that.
think Wijnaldum
Simon
would have been the one doing all of that,
Just couldn't keep the ball.
in that first half. But we are here again, still opportunity here for Oseni. Just 65
Robertson.
minutes have been played in this match.
Wijnaldum
2-goal
now.
deficit. Can Zico come back from this? Oseni now. That finesse near post shot
What
doesn't
can you do?
tries to go for the triple shot. We haven't seen that since FIFA 18.
Close your eyes when you're
Oh my
watching
God.
this one. It's horrific.
Expect
He
more.
should have put that away.
But I think
He should have put that away.
that was a little bit of overcome.
Push it out beyond the keeper's
Mane.
hands, but he did it too much.
Well, it's Mane moving through the gears.
I mean, we talked about how comfortable he is now. Opportunity
Element
now
of risk
trying to go
there,
for the
but he's
dribble.
won the
I think he's at that point now where he's just relaxed.
I think he
Now
knows,
inside
he
the
feels to
final
himself
20
that,
minutes of the
look, I
game.
can't lose.
I have this in the bag.
Yes, I have this in the bag, but you have to take your chances. Anything can happen. But Zico but that's what a ball.
Nice movement. Protect the ball. Salah opening up, what can you do with this? And I know we know he's fantastic
Know what
with
he
this
can
type
do.
of free kicks.
Cleanly
I
by the keeper.
think he needed a little bit more punch,
A little bit more.
you know, into that shot. But
Yes. I think it was too close to the goalkeeper.
yeah,
Anything 2 inches more, it would have been a sweet
And now
goal
Gay.
to make it 3-0. But now we are going back. 78 minutes into the game, and we have
Chance for him
Zico
on the
trying to.
Icardi.
Mbappe there, Mbappe, what's he trying to do? He's trying to go for the cross, attempt to cross, still in possession of the ball, and
I mean, this would have been or a fake shot right there to take off his opponents from him. Now that's a shot, a great shot. This is one of the first attempts.
we've seen him, and that's an offside. Definitely would have been an offside.
Had the player got
And the
into
player
it.
got into it. And Oseni looking to wrap this one up.
It's with Fabinho.
82 minutes into the game, and I think at this point it's very clear the difference in skill between these players.
Of course, I mean,
Chamberlain on the ball now, finds Firmino,
drag
drag back.
pass right there. That hits the
Oh my
bar.
God! I think
Oh, God.
I think he deserved that goal. I
mean-
think if
I mean-
anything, he deserved that goal. That was very unfortunate, but at this point, safe to say he has the game in the
I have
bag.
to say, Sheikh, you got this one right. You predicted it 2-0.
Oh yes,
You predicted it
yes,
2-0
I did
to.
predict the 2-0 lead.
to
But, I
does
mean,
he still have
Oseni
more
looks
in
like
the
he wants
arsenal?
to. Oseni looks like he wants to add more to his tally.
We have to also note that these 2 goals were scored right before the
First half,
20th minute of the game.
Chamberlain now goes for that ball roll.
That was a
Nice
great
defensive ball.
defensive movement there.
Chamberlain still somehow finds the ball, and things shaping up here now. And
Referee checking his clock,
at this point,
trying to see how
Zico,
many minutes more in this game. But Chamberlain has more. That is it.
and
Wijnaldum
Oseni,
just breaks your heart right there, Sheikh. You scoreline, but
yeah.
I think at the end of the day, Osei is still showing us what he's capable of, dispatching of his opponents without further ado.
You
And,
see how meticulous he is in trying to create opportunities. He
Yes.
takes his time doesn't force the passes. He uses skill moves effectively. Not just skill moves, even when they don't have anybody in front of them. Hosseini uses space to find good angles for pass. Uses those drag backs to get the ball on the player's stronger foot, and it's just been a good display of quality.
I have to say, it was matured football. It was football that really showed. First match from the beginning of the game, from the get-go, 7 minutes into the game, he hits his opponent, begging him right back and totally dominating the game. I mean, we could have seen more goals in this goal at 3-0. Should be happy with himself at in this game, even though I feel like he should have scored more.
Yeah.
Zico has to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I mean, for Zico now to play in his group, and he needs to come up with something. I mean, he cannot afford to come up and use this exact same type of performance.
That's very true. Very true.
There's a lot on the line, and you go to. I mean, maybe you're in a group stage where you have 2 people qualifying, and maybe your first game, was unfortunate.
Yeah.
If you go another game like that, I mean, at that point, it's done for you.
First thing he has to. I mean, for me, the first thing he has to fix is his possession. He has to stop losing possession. He has to find transition. You have to get the transitions.
You have the players.
You have the players. You have the qualities. You have to get the things right. You have to move very properly. It has to be the first movement. And we saw he didn't really have.
Surprisingly, I mean, as you know, these players, they play with tactical defending. That's the esports standard.
Yeah.
We didn't see as many good jockeying defensive work from Zico.
Yes.
Considering all of those things. But props to Hosseini, good quality.
Yes, great quality. I mean, I think he showed the golf in class, and we have another game right now.
Loading up now, we have Sage Mode versus Shani. Both these players are looking to bring some excitement into this competition.
Yes.
Again, we're curious. Liverpool, PSG performance there. Bit underwhelming performance there from PSG. Having players like Neymar. I mean, I said Neymar was my favorite player in the game. I would have expected to see.
I know you would have expected to see some more things.
Yes.
We only saw one cross from Neymar. We only saw one attempted shot from Zico throughout the whole game. More things to talk about, more flair.
More fantastic, decisive moments. I think Hosseini is something to be worried about.
Yes. From the game, he has the basics of the game. He knows what he's doing. You can see that he knows what he's doing in the defense, in the attack, in the midfield. Great football from. One of these players can show us what they have too, just like Hosseini did.
Sage Mode and Shani now. I know Shani also a bit of esports myself. I used to play FIFA competitively. And Shani was that player that was a dark horse. Surprised people. He played in the quarterfinals at the Fola. Expect to. I mean, because they play against each other. See them gather. Some player just comes out of nowhere and puts up a very good performance. Shani, I think, is somebody that I have to watch out for in this game. So I think my predictions will be in favor of Shani.
I mean, what are you going to say about Sage himself? I mean, probably coming up to do something good.
That's the thing. Has better, better dribbling than Cruz does.
But then
the France blue kits from left to right, and we have Sage Mode, of course, used perfectly to get the right angle just for the shot.
Exactly.
And that's how that it's little things like that show you that this guy is top level. This guy knows what he's doing. He knows. Nice boost, nice angle. That was like the perfect angle you could ask for. Mbappe on stronger foot, and he knows his
near post. He knows what to do with it.
Coman now has a lot away.
What a
Shaney
goal.
making a statement here in this tournament.
Wow.
And
43 minutes into this game and Shaney has put 5 beyond the siege mode. I mean, what a goal.
that's
What a goal.
disturbing. That's
What a
very.
goal.
At this point, I'm very worried for Sydney.
I mean, we could probably see double figures at this rate. What do you
We might need an ambulance.
We
Very
might
soon.
need an ambulance very
We
soon.
might
for
need an
Siege.
ambulance very soon. for
And he
Siege.
goes right more. Sani is going again.
2 minutes left
2
in this
minutes left.
half.
I think he's just trying to see out the
Stopping
game.
time. Just the first half, and we have 6 goals already. Oh my god.
I have to also note that at this point, Sage mode quickly beautiful goal that had us fooled thinking we had something special coming up, but Sani just said you have to watch what is coming with and put 5 goals past his opponents in quick successions.
And Shaney is just here saying.
Cope maybe if you see that guy.
Smoking left, face smoking left. Smoke on left.
Okay, so
Face smoking left.
um
You know to get smoke. This guy is also good for that, you know. Now that guy is
all right.
Yo.
All right, sorry about a few technical difficulties out there, but right now the immortal. Yep, and we're down to the last 2 teams right now. And that is it. All right, so we have House of Anubis winning this one. Immortals in second place. House of Anubis right there with a total of 8 kills. Immortals with a total of 8 kills as well in second place. Rogue God in third place with 2 kills. Blank in fourth place with 4 kills. LXG in 5th with a total of 5 kills. On God with 1. Yellow Cup with 1. Shell Shock with 6. LS with 0. Odd World with 1. KTL, the Reapers with 1. Outsiders with a total of 5, even though they finished in 12th place. Beautiful job from them. Active Gaming with 0. And the Predators with 0 in 14th place right there. So, all right, we'll be right back in a few minutes with the second game. Please stay tuned. the second game, that is me, Rama right now, the dot. Location to the sponsors. That's going to be Ogun State Government, Lagos State Government, my X3, and HP for their support. Yeah. So yeah, you can see these guys are going to be in the plane. The flight path is going to be up in a few, and yeah, it's going to be a terrific match. Yeah. You can see the flight path right over and coming in from the eastern part of this map right now. Got 14 teams in here, 51 players in this lobby. Coming from the east, just a bit south, northwest, I believe. Yeah, northwest right there. So we'll keep a lookout to where these teams are going to be landing off. I know most of them do land, they like landing. Dropping off. Right up the bat, you can see a couple of teams already. Rise just behind them as well. Oh man, that's going to be something we'd love to see how that one ends out in a bit for them. Minas Generales is also going to be having a couple of teams landing over in that particular is going up north, and outside us will also be holding that. Others didn't do too well in fights as well as close range. The outskirts of El, not too far off. It does seem like Shell Shock is currently making a split landing right there as the next zone pops off, and it's quite, let's say it's a bit centered for now, maybe a bit. What? All right. So with what we can see right now, close to each other. Though if Shell Shock starts their rotation early, they might be running into the guys from the Reapers, I believe, and so we'll keep an eye on that particular location and see what is going to be happening real quick. Yeah. So as you can see, Wonder is going to be looting away right there. He's got the AK and a shotgun right behind him right now. The rotation into their position as we still have 14 teams around. Doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing any engagement between these guys yet. Everyone is just holding their current locations, getting they didn't get it all cleared out and make sure everything is looking good. The zone that we had in this particular game does seem to be a bit centered. So might be really close. From Odd World and Odd World might be running into each other. Try to see into each other. We definitely want to happening, and yeah, that is what we are definitely here for, to get the action. Let's go. Okay. So, this man right here does seem to have a one-sided, I don't know actually, but he might actually be able to pull off a couple of decent 16 probably is going to be single tapping on that one, but it could really be hard. And closer to the guys from YOLO Cup. We do want to catch them when the fight begins. Alright then, we are currently just waiting for the next one to pop right now in about 40 seconds. Well, that's definitely less right now. And oh, I it's Croatia laid a perfect ambush right on top of that one right there. Angles to stick a bit together. If they are stuck together, Croatia might have not been able to get the crushing onto Oddworld. And it does seem like Groot is really, really angry about this one. You can see him surging up ahead. I am Groot. And he keeps moving on, trying to get both of Groot's players currently, Oddworld players currently pushing up onto that position right there. Oh, they will do a lot of damage onto him. You can see them finding him and dropping him right there. That is definitely going to be it. They've gotten the revenge they want, and now the hunt will be to find the rest of YOLO. Odd. Well, these things happen, and there isn't really much you could do about it. Right off in the distance, not too far for their teammates, or they want to let this one slide and sit for the placement point right there. Better positioning to get the shots in onto different locations right there. So we can see the zone is just pushing in right too close to each other right going on right now is great. Anything that looks really dark from each other, and yeah, you can see it's still YC with 3 man of the lost one earlier on to the guys from the first match for today, the first match ever, and they were able to bamboozle the rest of the teams for that winner chicken dinner right there. And Self currently driving that vehicle by his lonesome by himself. You see what I did there? All right, so Self is going to be pushing up, trying to get the vehicle to the rest of Oh, you can see Rogue God right there, just dropping off. Oh man. That could be deadly for him, I must say. That could be really, really deadly. Also, for Anubis is doing here, they into a building, a compound that is just on the other side of the road, just a bit in front, and then they have one man could be that's one person that they are actually not open will be there. If a team tries to crash the rest, will just rain down fire from an angle they are not expecting. But right as we are saying this, rogue gods and immortals are currently going. Kratos is down, one of the immortals. Kratos for that revive is going to be careful, doesn't want to push up too much, as immortals are known to also be some aggressive team right there. Vehicle nearly getting blown up right right now. Immortals just holding that hilltop, trying to see if they could hold the angles onto that position. Arms way just picking that angle real quick, sending a couple of fives towards the some it marks right there, but unfortunately you know the marks of a good team quite well right now. But the House of Anubis says, what's going on? This is too quiet, as they hit it up onto the guys from the Reapers, get a couple of shots into their position, and it seems like they are going to be moving on ahead for that immediate push. Still having that fight right now. Oh man, what is going on over here? Rogue gods and immortals are just waiting at each other, trying to get the shot in. Man, that is it. And I feel like House of Anubis is still also going at it with yet another team off in the distance. We'll see how that and up top right there. Man, Tom nearly taking that marathon behind that hill just in time to get into cover right there. But they still have to be careful and wary of that young man right over on top. Oh, Alex and hitting a couple of shots. Yeah, nice move right there from House of Anubis. They are going to be trying to push up onto that position right now, and right now as LXG Panzer takes down yet another person right on the Predators team, eating them. Woo! And you can see he's currently pushing up into their position, finds the person making that revive. Ooh, nice job from Panzer. He did that one on his own with a little support from his teammates. That is going to be 4 kills up right there for them. Oh, he's got 3 out of it, and then one of his teammates has got 1. And House of Anubis, I reckon well that Predators, they were him straight down. So into the spoils of on this axis, they'll be waiting for teams to rotate. These teams are going to want to make their way into the to see how these players are going to be pushing in into each other. We got a couple of teams. Most of the teams right now are dead centered, and we have a couple of teams up towards the eastern part of the circle, and just one team right there down southwest right now. We'll be looking to see how this is going to was that desired effect yet, but we're just to see a zone that will push every single person. But that is going to be happening in while we're waiting for that, you can see the active gamers right now just chilling off in the distance. We've seen a lot of teams actually pull off this kind of strata for the length of the match, just chill right at the edge of the map and wait for actions to happen so they get the placement point and probably clear out the last two teams already. And it works for some teams depending on if you have a lot of teams actually pulling the same strat, then it's definitely going to be a tougher time to survive that kind of situation. As it does seem like what exactly we are looking for, the bit not force down south. Everyone is there. Now the guys that were chilling at the edge of the zone, active gaming, they need to go through all these teams to actually get it to the zone. But we have seen teams that were able to go around this because they were able to gather information. They were not just sitting in the buildings. They had already gathered information on the position of most of these teams, and they could go all the way around them, even pass through the blue zone towards the northern side where they technically could. Strat right now, it will be right there. Most of these fights are just waiting to happen. It is going right. Black Legion, you can see Armsway is currently on the hunt. If he finds this man might be delicate. Oh no, he finds Rambo off in the distance, takes a peek at him and down. Oh man, that man is oh nah, that is a lot going on right now. Active Gaming is going straight at it against the guy from House of Anubis, trying to see if they could get some shots in onto their position. You can see Rosie seen right there. Oh, she's rocking. She's rocking the K9 and the AKM right now. Oh, nice. Finds yet another headshot onto House of Anubis. That's Tom. Tom needs to get out of that one really quickly, but Kage fine. Oh no, House of Anubis is in a bit of a pinch as Shell Shock is also hitting them right from the back right there. And that seems like Active Gaming wants to make a push from that position, try to get deeper into this. I don't know what they're thinking right there though. They will be moving into the compound probably for some better cover. They don't want to get third parties from the back, which is a reasonable move right now. And right, if we see Shell Shock on the other end, shooting onto House of Anubis right from behind them, but no, House of Anubis needed to push a bit forward, but Active Gaming find yet another person rotating right beside them and blows them up real quick. We're not going to waste any time on that one, shall we? Some more kills. They were really playing defensive earlier on. Now, oh boy, Shell Shock is packing. The map is going to be getting a lot tighter than we have. How many teams are shooting at Odd World? Why do you have to be so hard? So everyone is trying to take a picture out of Odd World's flesh right now, just trying to get their own pinch right there. In the center. That's making their move for that center zone at LSG is also going to be making their move. Oh no, Rambo goes down right there, gets finished straight off. And boy, oh boy, what is going on in this particular lobby right now? we currently got 11 teams up alive who get sourced out right now by outsiders. Active Gaming is getting eat up right there by outsiders. Outsiders is eating the shot onto their position. Will outsiders be able to clear out the Active Gaming team right now? We would love to see it. Of sight of you look up, they gotta be careful on that one. If you look up sight them, they might be blowing up their already popping, and all these teams are forced to actually make their push towards the zone. And 11 teams right in zone 4, as zone 5 is going to be creeping in a few seconds right now. Man, oh man, this is going to be hectic. Androids be sweating right now. Right to the left side of Panzer is Sporty Motors, but now he's getting tagged up, tries to go for that prone shot, but no, MFP finds him right inside that deep, and they will be going for that finish. They will try to go for that finish right there. That's a leg. He's out of this one right there in 10 of a fight right now. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Immortals is going to be looting that one real quick. They got Active Gaming right in front of them. 10 teams up alive, and boy, this is something. Vegas gets sourced out right now. Oh no, Vegas is going to get sourced out and gets taken down right there by Immortals. Okay, that's LXG out already, and I feel like the kill. Oh yeah. Outside the play zone right now, just trying to make their way in Team 7. Boy, Immortals have to be careful on this one. They're on the playing ground. If any team spots them on that axis. Oh, this man sources out Fex, decides to take a couple of shots at him. Oh no, Fex is going to look back. He's got to be careful on that one. You don't want to be right there. So yeah, Immortals right now just pushing in little by little onto their position. They've been able to hit. Oh, also Anubis also eating up the guys from Rogue Gods, and Immortals also eating up Rogue Gods. Oh, Fex is currently bleeding. Going on right there is just a circle of shots all around from one team to the another. One team to another. As outsiders also coming in, eating another shot onto House of Anubis. That is going to be the House of Anubis is going to be out in 9th place right there. Oh man, the champions from last game already out in 9th place. And oh, outsiders still actually looking strong. I said this earlier in the game. This is their favorite map, and I do see them pulling off something really nice. But no, Wally finds Kizan on top of that. Finds Zero. Abandon that position right now. That's a very nice. Oh, played with that mini 14. That's some rapid fire he's got on the mini 14 right there, dropping him off in the distance. But you definitely can.